Trump will appeal his guilty convictions, but the New York Court of Appeals currently consists of 21 Democrat justices. Eric Shawn outside the courthouse in the city. A reversal of the guilty verdict is surely an uphill struggle in an appeals court dominated by Democrats. Right, Eric?
Well, hello, Stuart. How are you? This is the courthouse behind me where Donald Trump's appeal will be heard. This is the appellate court, New York State Appellate Court, First Division. And as it turns out, many of the justices here have a history of donating political contributions to Democratic candidates, including one of them gave money to Hillary Clinton. As you said, there are 21 justices on this court. Of the 21, all but one was appointed by a Democratic New York governor. And a review of federal and state campaign records show at least 14 of the 21 justices gave campaign contributions to Democratic politicians, Democratic committees, or clubhouses in the past before they were appointed to this court, but even while they were serving as judges in lower courts. The newest judge appointed here is Justice Marcia Michael. She was appointed 8 months ago by Governor Kathy Hochul. In 2014, Justice Michael ran for a New York State Assembly seat in the Bronx in the Democratic primary. She was endorsed in that race by then New York City public advocate Letitia James, who went on, of course, to become the New York State Attorney General who prosecuted Trump in the real estate fraud trial last year. Here you see Judge Michael and James at the time, 10 years ago, on the campaign stump, but Judge Michael lost that race. 2 months ago, it was Judge Michael who ruled against Trump when his lawyers tried to stop Judge Juan Merchan's trial from starting just days before opening statements. Another justice here, Ellen Gessmer, gave thousands of dollars of campaign contributions to Democrats before she took the bench. Federal Election Commission records show she gave $2,000 to Senator Chuck Schumer's campaign in 1998 and to Hillary Clinton's 2000 New York Senate race, $1,725. She gave $250 to Howard Dean's presidential campaign in 2003 and $1,700 to Democratic campaign committees. Last year, former President Trump, though, did get some wins from this appellate court. It was during a civil fraud trial with Judge Arthur Engoron. The court cut the amount of his bond Engoron set, lifted a gag order, and allowed Trump and his sons to continue to do business in New York. We look to find out if any of the justices have given donations to Republican Party or Conservative Party candidates, but so far we have found none. We did ask the court for a comment on all this, but so far no one has gotten back to us. Stu?
Why am I not surprised, Eric? But great report. Thank you very much indeed. I want to bring in Senator Ted Cruz. Mr. Senator, you are convinced that Trump's conviction will be reversed on appeal, but as we've just heard, the New York Appeals Court has 21 Democrats on it. Are you still convinced?
I am still convinced. Look, there's no doubt it's an uphill fight in the New York State Appeals Court, and it is entirely Democrat. But I got to say right now, the New York justice system is a global laughingstock. This opinion, this verdict, it is an utter disgrace. It is lawless. And I don't know if the New York State Court of Appeals will do anything to step in and reverse it. But if they don't, I am absolutely certain the U.S. Supreme Court will. And the way it'll work, I actually discussed this in great length in my latest podcast that came out yesterday. It's Verdict with Ted Cruz. I go into why this will be reversed on appeal, that the jury instructions the trial judge gave are obviously contrary to U.S. Supreme Court precedent. The judge knows that. He didn't care because the objective was to get a guilty verdict before Election Day. This is not about law. This is not about criminal justice. This is about politics. This is about trying to influence and change the result of the election in November. This will be reversed on appeal, but in all likelihood, that appeal will be long after Election Day.
Yep. Okay. Next one.